fifth graders. This is Mrs. Daly, your instructional media technologist, and today I am going to talk to you about how to get started with your research. The first thing we're going to do when you look at your desktop is to go to Google Chrome, and you are going to pull up Google Drive. Your teachers may already have this saved for you, I'm not sure, but you are going to go over to Create, and you are going to make sure that you are in a fifth grade folder. So if you don't already have a folder for fifth grade, you need to create one. Inside that folder, I want you to create a document, or I'm sorry, not a document, a presentation. And a presentation is just like a PowerPoint. It's pretty much identical. Start by just a simple white one. I'm just going to click OK. And in the title, I'm going to click in here, Amazing Race, for my document title. And we can share it over here with the rest of our group by inviting them by their name. So if you type in a student's name here, it will be able to invite them, and this says it will notify them, and you want to make sure that this says that they can edit. So make sure you click Can Edit so that they can change it and send that to them. Once you've shared this, you can start to put information in. On my very first presentation slide, I can put in Amazing Race. For my subtitle, I could put my group member names. And you can change this all later. To add a new slide, you'll click the plus, and you'll see that it comes up a different format. It has a title here, and in your first title, you want to type regions. And when you have a website that you're going to get information from, I'm clicking enter and going to copy and paste in my website address, because you need to cite all the information you use and where you got it from. It looks like that's going to be spaced funny, so I'm just going to click in this box, click to add text, and I want to use bullets because I want to track my information not in full sentences, but just inserting a few pieces of information, but not complete sentences. So I'm going to use bullets. You see where my arrow is here. I can hit enter and get more. Whoops. As soon as I type something in here and hit enter, you'll get more bullets. So every time you want to enter information, you can enter that there. So once you start your presentation, you are ready to start researching. And you're going to go to the web address that your teachers give you. I'm sure it's through D2L. And it says U.S. Regions Amazing Race. Here, I can start to look for information using these tabs. If I click on regions and I scroll down, it gives me the official regions of the list of regions, and then it gives you information that you can click on to learn about the regions. State facts is also the same. So if I'm ready to start researching and I click on this first one, IPL2 for kids, I can choose the state that I'd like to find out information about. So I'm going to go to Missouri. This first page is just the facts. So these are basic things that you can just type into your research. Just make sure that you track what website that you got it from. So if I want information here, I'm going to click and highlight it. Right-click copy, and I want to go to my presentation back here in Google Chrome. Now, this is not from regions, this is from states, so I want to make sure I have a states page. Again, I want to insert bullets, and I want to copy-paste. So I've already copied it from that site. I'm going to right-click, paste. That means that any information that I find out about this state here from this website, I'm going to keep on this slide. If you need another slide and you want to use that site again, that's fine. Just go ahead and write states again, create bullets, and then paste that cite in again and write more information. The reason I'm doing this is I want to know that every time I take notes on this page, that information came from here. So your teachers can say, I don't know if that's true. Can you tell me where you got that information? And you can show them and get back there. Okay? So if I go back and I click on, instead of just the facts, maybe I want to read about my state, I'm going to go to the encyclopedia links, and I can find Britannica Online Encyclopedia. There's a lot of information here to read, and you'll notice there's an advertisement that pops up, so just ignore that. If I find something that I really want to use, and it's a full sentence, it's not okay to copy the entire sentence. So we do not copy paste sentences. We read and we think about, we process our thinking about what do we really want to say that's in that sentence. So for example, this sentence says, in this area, the land is characterized by gently rolling hills, fertile plains, and well-watered prairie country. Is that something a fifth grader would say in their research? Absolutely not. Your teacher would red flag that and say there is no way you wrote this. So you need to come up with a way to look at the most important information there and put it in your own words. In this area, the land is characterized by gently rolling hills, fertile plains, and well-watered prairie country. Stop and think for yourself, how would I rewrite this? I'm pausing to let you think. If the most important part of this sentence is that you want to know that the land has gently rolling hills, fertile plains, and prairie, those are the words that you want to try to either use or restate. Please don't use more than 3 to 5 words without quoting the person who wrote it. These words, gently rolling hills, are pretty basic. I can use those words. I can either retype them or I can copy them. And paste them in. So if I've got gently rolling hills and that's something I want to know, the information came from this cite right here. Another slide that you need to have is on major cities. You also need a slide on geography. As you all are researching and working together, your teachers have probably talked to you about how any of the Google apps allow more than one person to work on them at a time. Be careful with this not to erase anyone else's work. There is a way to check to see who did that. If you do accidentally erase something, we can check that. So please be very careful with other people's information. If you realize that you need 5 or 6 slides on information you got about the states, you can click right where you want it to go in. I'm clicking on slide 4. I want to go right after that. Again, I hit the plus sign and it sticks it right in where I want it to go. If you need to move slides around, you can just grab them and move them. The most important thing that I want you to take away from this today is to make sure that any information that you use from a website, you need to cite, C-I-T-E. Citing information gives credit to the author who actually wrote the information. One quick way to do it when you're doing web searches is like we've done, right-clicking and saving that website so that we can go back and do that later. If it's a book that's published online, you can find the title and author and date. Those are the most important things. If it's an encyclopedia, again, just citing the name of the encyclopedia and using the website will work. So for right now, just track your research by copying and pasting the website in. I hope you've enjoyed this screencast-o-matic, and if you have any questions, ask your teacher or find me. Thank you.